Well, good morning. I still got a little sleep in the old eyes, but for those that don't know, I am now a solo traveller. So let's see how this goes. I've got to pack up everything by myself today, which I've never really done the bed before. It's not really my interior job. But first things first, I'm going to have the old medication. Breakfast. Blood pressures. It's a daily thing. This is my morning routine every morning. Get up, have a wash, get my medicine, do my blood pressures. It's just such a fun life. Ooh, that's a really good result. Don't know if you can see it. It says 107 on 71. We're going to go with that every day of the week. I think this solo travel life is actually really good for me so far. The blood pressure's up, which is awesome. In the van, I pack away the TV because I'm normally the one that's lazy and watching it. Trina's doing all the social media and stuff. So normally I pack it away. It's one of my inside jobs. Rightio, let's tackle this bed. Because we got a split bed, I've got to fold it over. Normally we have a noodle at the other end to see if we can keep it together. Well, I think I've done it. I'm a bit gassed, but have done it. Now, I always remember to take this little fella off here. But how many of us forget, and I do, I've left a few behind, this. Yep, that's me. The last camp I left one behind. Now I've got no more spares because I've left a couple behind now. So we normally carry a spare, but me, like a big dum-dum, tends to unplug, leave them behind. Now for the back.
Wanna leave a mark so that I can be sure that you remember what's been. I used to be satisfied, stayed over the surface.
Trina will tell me off for not having a hat on, so I better get a hat. Plus a drink, because now old ticker's got to try and keep up with how fast I want to go. Now start taking down the awning. We have an anti-flap kit. It's an Aussie Traveller. We're affiliated with them in no way whatsoever. We just love the product. It was a really good price, got delivered promptly, and it's got the slots for attachment awnings and all that sort of stuff. So if you don't have an anti-flap kit, which we didn't, and you've got an electric awning, they're an absolute must. Stops the wind and it makes it super solid structure, so we leave it out and wind much stronger than we used to. So I'm going to take this thing down. Now at the back of the van here, I put the bag that it come with. I fold this up, put it in there, roll it up, and that's where it stays. So for me, I don't have to do all the heavy lifting all the time because there is a little bit of weight in it, and I don't gas out so quick. So It's an awesome spot for me to put it, set it up. I'm not leaning down on the ground all the time. Another really good tip for people is make sure you do up these screws. I haven't. They fall off. They're hard to get or find. We're lucky we got the bag, so ours normally gets lost in the bag and I've got to upend the bag to get it. But this is where I put it.
I can get it off, we are never done. I'm Julian, baby, you are like the sun. Pour out your love, fill me to the top. Let me hear that champagne burst and pop. 'Cause as long as you are here with me, I will live and love and wild and free. I can get it off, fill me to the top. Let me
For those with a similar vehicle, we put these big heavy duty steel angles on so the tyres don't fall all the way to the floor, because there is extra weight and the struts will let go, so that helps our struts. There's no weight sitting on them. Now, to do one of the other jobs my wife does is to drop the top. I always tell her drop the top or lift the top, but yeah, we'll jump inside and we'll drop that. Okay, so with this van, our front goes up first, then the back. So when you take it down, the back comes down first, then the front. It's just the way all the struts and the crossbars are all that sorted out, makes it work the best. Trina doesn't seem to have any problems. I'm going to give this a crack. I'm doing a bit of breathing. Whew. It's a bit bloody hot in here too, so I'm going to get out of here good and quick. It's much cooler outside. You've got to leave the door open when you lift it too, otherwise it's like a big suction cap and it won't lift. But now I'll make sure that I turn everything off. The pump's the main one. If you leave your pump on and a tap accidentally knocks on, you flood your van. So we always make sure our pump's off. Lamps off, sockets off. The fridge we leave on because we do have a fridge in here and we like to leave it on. Apart from that, everything inside the van, I believe, is set and ready to go. We got a strap for the microwave. We've got everything back there sort of tidy, put away. Clothes hang there over the top of the door. That's everything inside. I've got the plug in, otherwise it smells like arse in here when we travel, because the wastewater tank gets a bit smelly. Apart from that, I think she's all good to go, and I could probably step out of the inside, start locking down from the outside. First though, I've got to fill up my water bottle. I'll show you, this is how we cart water. It's our water bottle we keep in the vehicle. I'm a crispy person, so I love my ice, and the water's got to be cold and crispy. That's why I call it crispy. So we'll fill this bad boy up out of here. This is all our water. Our tanks we can drink out of, but you know, nothing beats just filling it up straight out of the water bottle back of the car. Ah, so good. Oh, you can't beat good cold water. I lock down the little latches at the top time. We got a little ladder, so I'll pop up it. These fellas sits over there. Look at that. Pop that in. That's one done. There's 4 to do. Got to make sure they're done. Otherwise your top comes off. Rightio, we don't have a lot of real estate, so I put the ladder on the A-frame at the front. Fits on there nicely. Because I'm such a good bloke, I leave the awning up till last. Only because it gives me a shady spot to come back to, because I need plenty of rests, plenty of breaks. So I'll pack this awning away at the very end. But I think we're getting really close now to connecting the car. Rightio. Car time. Just got to find the car keys. Yep, got them little honeys. So we'll pull this off the back. Normally I just chuck it in here. I'll do the pre-backing back before I start. If you are first time towing or you're towing a van, the best mod you can get are these MSA mirrors. They don't have to be MSA, just towing mirrors, a good set, not ones that are going to vibrate. People will say attachments are good, which is awesome, but they can vibrate, they can fall off. give you a headache. Something that's nice and sturdy on the vehicle, and then coming out really easy. Look at that. Good old MSA mirrors, thank you. We're not affiliated again, but I just absolutely love them. Like I said, it's the best mod I put in once we started towing. Wait for me trusty head unit to fire up. It's like a computer, this thing. See, EC head unit, off-road, if you are interested in what I've got. Cost a few dollars. Absolutely love it, and I was able to hook my reverse camera up to it, and it pretty much does everything. My wife even watches YouTube through it if we want. It's got a little SIM card slot here, USBs connected that I modified to put in. Look at that, it's like my little computer screen. So under apps, wants to connect to my phone, get out. Under apps, it's in auxiliary for us. And there you go, that's our reversing camera. Probably can't really see it all that well, but that's it. So when it's in reverse, it comes on. That's how I've got it connected. So yeah, it only comes on when it's in reverse. For anyone wanting to know, this little pin, I line up with this little yellow dot, but we'll get a little bit closer, because I need to connect the blackjack so I can raise it. Look at that, sweet as. How good, I can do this myself. My wife's not trusting. Now you can get a loom. We got a loom with our blackjack. You can hardwire it. The best isolation switch you can get is just plugging it in to and from the back of the car, your Anderson plug at the back of the car. That way the thing can't come on at all while you're driving, or some other tomfoolery wants to do it for you. It's completely isolated by this little bad boy. Now, bit of a tip, it's definitely not mine. Our neighbours, Glenn and Heather, who we've camped beside before, we didn't realise, we're right beside them again. Awesome people. He told me a little bit of a tip with his DO35, so I'm going to give that a crack today, see how I go by myself. But I do like the idea. He said to tilt it backwards. You guys probably know it, I'm probably just a dopey bastard. But tilt it backwards. When you drive on, the pin will sort of drop in and then it pops down. You can, normally what I do is just lift it right up, back, get out, come around, have a look, see how close I am. And most times it's pretty much right, but he said this here sort of just drops it straight in for you. So we're going to try that. Look at this for hard work. Well, the old camera said it got too hot. I was working too fast and hard for it. No, she's a little bit warm outside. Plus I was on and off with the camera for a while. So we're back in action again. Cooled her down in the aircon in the car. Cooled myself down too, which is bloody nice. And we'll go and see if we can hook this hitch up. Well, bloody hell, big shout out, thank you Glenn, it definitely works. I can, 110. Well, now it's all pretty much done. I reckon I'm killing it. I'm going to take the awning in, so I'll have no more shade outside. But in saying that, the car's here, it's on, air conditioning's going. So if I need a little bit of a breather, I'll just come back here to the aircon. So I'll go and pull this awning in. Then I'll do our what we call our triple cross checks, because we have had the door pop open in the van before. That was my fault. I didn't lock it properly. So we check all our locks, all our doors, make sure that they're all secure, windows are closed, and there's nothing there that could open up or cause any issues. Normally I go around, Trina goes around, Trina will go around again, and most times I try to, but sometimes I'm looking at other stuff. So I'll check the lights, everything I can, make sure she's all good to go, and then we'll be happy days on the road. I always hold the awning because if it's a bit breezy, everyone knows they can pick up, throw over the roof. I'm sure there's a lot of stories about awnings flipping over and that, so I always hold mine when it's not attached, just until it's safe to let go. Check time. I always check the gas. Make sure the gas is turned off. You don't want the gas leaking out everywhere or blowing and filling up with gas and exploding. Not that that really happens, it's a bit over dramatic, but yeah, always make sure gas is turned off. Then just start locking everything up. Even though I did them earlier, I still like to just check them. Okay, cross checks are done. Do the lights check. Doing the brakes will be a bit tough, but yep, they're working on the car. I'll just make sure they're working back here. Look at that, sweet. I think a big pat on Cain's back, because I think he has packed this camp up by himself. It's definitely not record time. He's definitely got a bit of sweat and he's had to have a few rests, but I think he's done a bloody good job and probably could do this solo camping. Nah, I'll be honest, having the help is bloody amazing. Come back, Trina.
If you have enjoyed this behind the scenes peek, we'd love you to hit the subscribe button, give it a like or a hype, because next up we are heading down the Murray River Road, so come along and see what we uncover. So stop surviving, start living, catch you Friday.